That's typo, Your Honor.
That's not a typo. A typo means yung department naging depart. Department of Justice and Department of Education are two different things.
Si Vice President, iniimbestigahan na siya bago pa yung Zoom conference sa Kongreso.
No, Your Honor. I believe that's a typo yung date. Magkakasunod ho ito doon sa mga inisyuhan namin na media
Sunod na
personalities.
typo.
Attorney Lotok, typo na yung affidavit mo, typo pa yung Sabina.
Aray ko. Part 4 ho tayo sa first day ng second week trial sa impeachment nitong si Vice President Sara Duterte dyan sa Senado. Ang magtatanong ho dito sa bahagi na to walang iba kung hindi itong si Joel Traitor Villanueva. Palakpakan ho natin. Sa like at sa subscribe, masaya na ho tayo dyan sa mga susumal sa ating community. Yung join button nandyan lang ho sa baba. Reset ho muna tayo ng ating scoreboard. 1-1 ho dun sa huling video natin. Dito sa dito sa video na to, tingnan ho natin kung sinong mamamayagpag, prosecution o defense. Ito na ho, si Senator Traitor Joel Villanueva. Game.
Po, Senate President Gatchalian, thereafter, Senator Judge Alan Cayetano, thereafter, Senator Judge Amy Marcos.
Ayan.
You may proceed, Senate President.
Hindi na sinasali sa... Bumaba na sa wakas, palakpakan natin. Ito si Wing Gatchalian. Bumaba na siya, bumaba na.
Thank you,
Ay, di ba? Nagulat naman ako. Kala ko bumaba na. Pupuntasan ko na sana prosecution eh.
Mr. Presiding Officer.
Nandiyan pa pala siya.
Mr. Witness, narinig ko kanina nung tinatanong kayo ng prosecution na yung statements ni Attorney Zulaika Lopez ay walang kinalaman dun sa threat na ginawa ng Vice President. Tama po ba?
Kinonsider namin siya doon sa totality ng aming investigation. Then nakita namin na even before nung situation ni Atty. Zulaika, base doon sa attendances ng Vice Presidente, meron na ho siyang kinausap. So,
Yan ang next na tanong ko. Ibig niyo ba sabihin na even prior to this video, meron na siyang nakausap na kinontrata?
that's the attendances, Your Honor. Ang sabi niya, huwag kang mag-alala, ma'am, sapagkat may kinausap na akong tao. Ang sabi ko sa kanya, pag namatay ako, patayin mo si BBM, si Lisa Marcos, si former speaker. So, nakita namin, may kinausap na siya. Even before the press conference was held on...
Nakita o narinig. Nakita o narinig. Narinig nyo, may kinausap na. Pero dapat hinanap nyo yung kinausap niya.
November 23, 2024.
So base sa kanyang statements, sa inyong pag-aanalytika, meron na siyang nakausap na kinontrata.
Yes, Your Honor. And we believe na hindi naman ho magsisinungaling ang Vice Presidente nun kasi galit na galit nga po siya.
Meron dito sa mga tanong ng counsel ng prosecution na yung mga term na ginamit nyo, serious and real threat. Tapos meron din kayong sinabi na serious and threat is actionable. Nasabi niyo yun over the course ng mga pagtatanong.
Threat is actionable. I don't remember, Your Honor, using the word threat. Actionable threat, Your Honor.
Threat is actual, sorry. Threat
opo.
is actual. No? So, I take this to mean na meron talaga siyang kausap na kinontrata.
That's what we believe, Your Honor.
And kung yan ang paniniwala nyo, dahil ito ay pagbanta sa ating Pangulo, may ginawa ba ang NBI na imbestigahan kung talaga bang merong nakontratang gagawa nitong banta?
Yeah, I think a couple of months ago may binuo ang aming direktor. Nagbuo siya ng task force to investigate threats against the life of the president. Kaya lang hindi na ho ako part nun, Your Honor. July 2025, nalipat na ho ako sa ibang region. So, wala na po akong idea. I think yung intelligence service namin at yung director, yun ho yung pwedeng makasagot, Your Honor.
Actually, yun ang next na tanong ko dahil tayo dito sa ating bansa, sanay tayo sa whole of government approach, whole of nation approach.
Iyan.
Dapat
Whole of Senate approach, sabi mo.
merong whole of agency approach, in this case, the NBI. Ang tanong ko, meron ba kayo mismo o kasama ba kayo mismo doon sa pag-iimbestiga ng actual na threat, yung pagkontrata ng tao na pwedeng gawin itong threat na ito?
I believe so, Your Honor. The fact na mayroong binuong special task force.
At kasali kayo doon?
Hindi po ako kasali, Your Honor.
Bakit hindi kayo kasali doon? Ako nagtataka dahil kung banta to sa buhay ng ating Pangulo at nanggaling sa opisina ninyo yung source, dapat kasali kayo.
You mean, Your Honor, since nasa regional office ako, nung nagbuo ng task force, definitely itatap nila yung mga regional offices na meron ba dyan sa region ninyo na information o intelligence na ganito. Meron hong ganong practice, Your Honor.
Pero kayo mismo, kasali ba kayo doon sa nag-imbestiga nung actual, yung kinuntratang tao? At meron bang nakitang ganon?
Hindi ko masasagot yan, Your Honor. Ang makakaalam po niyan, yung aming intelligence service kasi nasa 40 po nila yan at ng aming director.
At meron bang ginawang coordination? Kasi ito, Pangulo no less than our President. Meron bang ginawang coordination kayo o yung binuong task force ng NBI kasama ang nag-coordinate sa NSC, nag-coordinate sa PSG at sa iba pang mga national agencies? Dahil Pangulo natin to
Opo. Yun.
Meron bang ganun na ginawa kayo o yung binuong task force?
Well, insofar as the Cybercrime Division during that time, ang focus ho namin is yung investigation dun sa threat against the life vis-a-vis yung November 23, 2024 utterances. Now, insofar dun sa sinasabi niyo po, Your Honor, ang makakasagot po niyan, yung intelligence service po namin. Kasi ano na po yun para siyang deep dive intelligence gathering na po yun
Ang punto ko lang naman is sa ganitong napakahalagang banta, ini-expect ko sa NBI na meron.
Anong mahalaga? Yung flood control o yung banta? Anong mahalaga? Yung buhay ni Marcos Jr. o yung trilyong pisong ninakaw sa pera ng sambayan ng Pilipino? Ma'am, ang OOA nyo naman. Kaya hindi binibili ng ating mga kababayan yung impeachment. Ano mahalaga? Buhay ni Marcos Jr. o yung trilyong pisong ninakaw sa kaban ng sambayan ng Pilipino?
Meron silang whole of agency approach na kasama kayo dahil nanggaling doon yung...
Yes, Your Honor. Yung binuho ng direktor na memo, nag-create siya ng task force. And then yung task force, tinatap po dyan lahat ng regional offices. Anong information meron kayo iba to dito sa central office?
Anong resulta nun? Last question, Mr.
Well,
Presiding Officer.
in so far as the NBI BARM is concerned, yung hawak ko pong region, meron kaming ongoing investigation pero hindi ho related doon sa kausap ni Sara. Meron kaming iniimbestigahan na nag-threaten sa presidente. As a matter of fact, na-identify namin. So, ongoing pa siya. Nag-aantay lang kami ng order galing sa taas kung ano yung guidance.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Senate President. Noted and entered into the record. Senator Judge Alan Cayetano is recognized. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Mr. President, susundan ko na yung kay Senator Win, Senate President.
Yan.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Witness.
Nako,
So,
ito na.
didiretsuin ko na.
Palapakan muna natin itong ating SP. SP ng sambayan ng Pilipino. SP Alan Peter Cayetano. Palapakan ho tayo mga kababayan.
Ano? So what we're trying to figure out here kasi is, are you really investigating whether may threat kay VP Sara and whether she threatened the individuals mentioned, including the President? Or are you only investigating the video and finding kung meron siyang crime? So I asked Agent John Mark Calilum, hindi daw niya kinausap ang sabi ko PSG, pero PSC na sila ngayon, di ba? Presidential Security Command. So did you speak to the Presidential Security Command about the threat on the President?
Your Honor, in terms of correspondence between the Presidential Security Command at yung NBI, ang makakasagot po niyan yung director. Kasi hindi ko alam kung may usapan nun sila. Meron ho kasi kaming tinatawag na need to know basis. Ang focus lang ho namin as...
The problem with your answers, Witness, is that kung yan ang sagot mo parate, hindi mo inimbestigahan ng husto.
Yan.
Hindi ho.
Because you didn't get the information from your intelligence. You did not get your information from the task force. You did not get your information from the Presidential Security Group. Did you talk to the CIDG?
Your Honor,
May you answer first. Did you talk to the CIDG?
no, Your Honor.
No. But nag-imbestiga din sila, di ba?
I think so, Your Honor, kasi may statement sila.
So yun din yung tanong nga ng Senate President eh. kung iniimbestigahan nyo talaga yung buo at kayo ang head at kayo dapat ang mag-imbestiga, bakit hindi nyo kinausap yung mga ibang nag-iimbestiga? Baka may alam sila na hindi.
Yung usapan po na yan, it's a matter of intelligence. Hindi ko alam kung may usapan sila o kung wala silang usapan with the director and with the intelligence service, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'll take that answer, but I think at least alam nyo yung nasa isip namin and what we want clarified. Secondly, sir, all of you, yung apat, you signed the February 10, February 2025 NBI Affidavit of Investigation. Tama po ba, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor, our affidavit of
Tapos
investigation.
kasama dito yung verification nyo, basically saying that based on the records, tama tong lahat, no?
Verification ng ano po, Your Honor? Ng
Sa dulo, nag-sign kayo ng verification.
verification of non-forum shopping, Your Honor?
Yes, and that aside from non-foreign shopping, give me some latitude because to explain the question. We read and understood its contents and the allegations therein are true based on authentic records.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. So may mali ba dito? Factually, wala. Na-review mo naman to, no?
May konting typo dyan, which is
Hindi
normal
typo,
naman po, Your Honor.
factual.
So far as I'm concerned,
Sino
lahat
po ba
ng
nag-prepare?
ang team po namin with the...
Tapos pinapirma sa inyo?
Hindi ho, kami ho nagtulong-tulong, mag-draft ng affidavit of investigation, kung ano yung legal basis namin, and then we agree, and we concluded na ito yun.
Then
ito yun.
someone
And then,
typed it up, then you signed. I asked this because nung tinanong ko kay Agent Mark John Calilom, sabi niya,
Calilom,
dito
oh.
nakalagay conditional pero tingin niya absolute. You answered the same thing, it's absolute, pero dito nakalagay conditional.
Conditional.
the utterances itself, Your Honor, is what we called event-based condition, ang classification namin.
Okay.
Yun yung utterances, Your Honor.
I'll take that answer. I think mas factual yun. But sa paragraph 51, was VP Duterte ever Secretary of the Department of Justice?
Nako,
No, Your Honor, Department of Education.
Nakalagay dito, to recall, VP Duterte resigned as the Secretary of the Department of Justice and she herself admitted that her relationship with the President has become toxic and she would imagine her strangling him and cutting off her head.
That's typo, Your Honor.
That's not a typo. A typo means yung department naging depart. Department of Justice and Department of Education are two different things.
Ang alam namin, sorry po.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Department of Education ang alam
Yeah.
namin.
So, kasi I just filed my counter affidavit sa
si girl, oh.
ombudsman about yung obstruction of justice. Ilang beses ko kailangan basahin kasi nga, pag may mali, pinirmahan nyo na sinasabi nyo, no? But anyway, going back to the condition, you mentioned the case of SPO2 Hamata.
Yes, sir.
But isn't it true that the lis mota of that case was really res judicata and double jeopardy? Meaning, hindi tinake up ng Supreme Court whether or not a condition.
Yes, sir.
Di ba?
Opo.
Oh, so that wasn't on point. Kasi I was going to ask, is there a difference if the condition is legal or illegal? Di ba? So halimbawa, pag sinabi ko sa yung, pag natanggal akong Senate President, patatanggal din kita. Okay. Unang-una, legal naman akong tanggalin na Senate President. We always vote. There's nothing there. But if illegal, o pag pinapatay mo ko, papapatayin din kita. Is there a difference if the condition of why I will act or why I'm threatening you is an illegal act?
Well, under the law, Your Honor, it says there that even the condition is unlawful. So, regardless of the nature of the condition,
Yes.
sir.
No, I want to get lang into your mind when you sign this because nga medyo novel yung case to for me. Even as a lawyer, I have to do more research and see anong ibig sabihin nito grave threats dito because you keep mentioning we keep mentioning here that this is the second highest official in the land and therefore pag trinete niya ang pangulo. But who was the Vice President claiming na pwedeng magpapatay sa kanya?
Again, Your Honor, yun po yung reason ba't nag-issue kami ng subpoena.
No,
Gusto po na...
sa
Sagutin mo muna, sino tinutukoy niya?
reading nyo nung statement niya, sino tinutukoy ng Pangulo na mukhang mag-ooperate sa kanya ng Operation Romanov? Sinong pinagbibintangan niya?
Well, una, kung
O ba't di mo
pag-uusapan-
mabanggit-banggit? Pag kay VP Sara, mabilis pa sa alas 4. Vice President, second highest. Pero dito, hindi mo mabanggit. President Marcos Jr., hindi mo kaya sabihin.
Ang Romanov, Your Honor, ang alam namin na unang nagbigkas ng Romanov ay si Mayor Baste yata noong January 2024. Other
yes.
than...
That's irrelevant. Ang question ko, in the mind of the Vice President, sinong pinagbibintangan niya na pwedeng magpapatay sa kanya? You said you investigated eh. So mahaba na testimony niyo ni Agent John Mark. So of course, kasama sa investigation niyo, sino sa mind ni Vice President magpapapatay sa kanya?
Well, again, Your Honor, since wala kaming makuhang valid information,
Ano, hindi ba klaro sa video na ang pinagbibintangan niya is the First Lady, the President, and the Speaker of the House?
Hindi
So
klaro.
sabi niya, pag pinatay ako, patayin mo silang tatlo. So ang pinagbibintangan niya na magpapapatay sa kanya, yung tatlo.
I cannot answer to that, Your Honor.
Senator Judge Alan, kindly wind up.
But you have to be able to answer that because you are the one who investigated.
Correct. Yan sinasabi ko. Di ba napaka-ilag ho nila pagka si Marcos Jr. na pagkapapunta na doon. Ano bang punot dulo? Bakit nagalit si VP Sara? Di ba? Sino magpapagurgur kay VP Sara? Di ba pagka ginurgur ako, ito, kasi sila ang gugurgur sa akin. Naku, anong klase
And that is crucial. Why?
Walang kwenta mag-imbestiga si
Because
brother.
part of your self-defense, so for example, if I know na sa senator judge, pag hindi ako bumoto one way or the other, papapatayin ako ng whatever, chief PNP or papapatay ako ng whoever. So pag sinabi kong, pag ako pinatay, si ganito nagpapatay sa akin. And then, ang difference, I don't usually give a threat na patayin mo rin. So could it be that actually that was the defense of the Vice President para hindi siya patayin?
I don't know the state of the mind of the Vice President.
But you've testified all throughout this afternoon that you went into her state of mind.
based on the series of events, Your Honor.
Yes, and based on her statement. And her statement and the series of events is nag-away sila ng administrasyon. And the series of events is that sinasabi niya. Pag
Ako,
ako'y
Nariyari. Palakpakan natin si Senate President ng Taong Bayan. Senator Cayetano. Plus, ilang points? 21 points para sa defense.
pinatay, eto tatlo ang papatayin nyo. Okay, last question. Kay Attorney Lopez, tinanong din to ng Senate President ni Senator Tulfo. At di ko na itatanong pero napahapyawan ni Senator Erwin din to yung tungkol kay yung sinabi ni si Attorney Lopez, sabi mo, even before kasi nangyari yon, nakausap na ni Vice President yung papatay.
That's the literal meaning of the statement.
Yes, that's a literal meaning, but did you believe her?
Well, she's the Vice President, sir.
So she also said freedom of expression, so you also believe her?
Aray
Not
ko!
based-
Aray ko! Plus 36 points.
On the evidence that what we gathered, sir.
No, okay, so I'll stop there, but I'll read to you.
Na-corner ho nitong si Senator Cayetano itong witness na.
Sinabi niyo kasi sedition. Pero tignan niyo po yung page 25 nung sarili niyong affidavit, ha?
Oh.
Si Princess Maui, ang sinabi niya, ano po ba ang pwede niyong maging remedy para matapos na ito, lalo't nagsisigaw na po ang taong bayan na mag-people power na? So actually, I would consider ang nag-uudyok si Princess Maui. Of course, we can discuss people power, pero tignan niyo po ang sagot niya after yung sa pagpatay. Ang laban ay wala dyan sa EDSA, ma'am. Wala dyan sa mga highway. Ang laban, ma'am, nandun sa loob ng palasyo. Yan ang problema. We appreciate yung expression nyo ng disgust, ang pagkamuhi, ang hopelessness kasi it reflects kung ano nararamdaman ng maraming milyon-milyon. Alam ko yan, ma'am. Kahit saan ako pumunta, ang sasabihin, binoto namin dahil sinabi mo, iboto namin. So if I look at that statement, parang baliktad. Parang sinasabi niyang huwag kayong mag-people power.
Hindi, actually, kung babasahin po natin yung buo, may sinabi siya doon na natutuwa siya sa ginagawa nila.
Sa ginagawa nila na active nagrarally. Pero sa people power, ito yung exact. I won't argue with you. I'm just trying to get into your frame of mind.
Yes, Your
When
Honor.
do you believe her and when do you not believe her? And
Ano lang, pagka-convenient lang sa naratibo ng mga siraulong prosecution, doon niya lang pinapaniwalaan si VP Sara. Pero pagka hindi akma doon sa naratibo ng mga siraulong magnanakaw sa pamahalaan, hindi pinapaniwalaan ni Lotok. Anak ng tawa, kaya pala may kaso ka, Brad. Ibang klase ka pala.
and what did you actually investigate?
We based everything on the evidence that we've gathered.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Thank you, Mr. Witness.
Opo.
Thank you, Senator Judge Alan Cayetano. Senator Judge Marcos.
Ang gandang sundan na ang gandang sundan noong linatag na yon itong si Senator Cayetano. Galing, palakpakan natin. Good job. 10,000 points para sa defense.
Thereafter,
Bigyan natin
Senator
points.
Judge Aquino.
Yan.
Senator Marcos.
Doon sa ano na yun, 54 points to tayo. Grabe. Ibang klase.
You may proceed, ma'am, when you're ready.
Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. And Attorney Lontok,
Yes, ma'am.
maupay nga pag-abot din
Mapayat
hindi
po, ma'am.
ha aton Senado.
Opo, ma'am.
Okay, I'd like to affirm lang yung sinabi mo kanina na nung nangyari nga itong hating gabi na interview ni Vice President sa Zoom, agad-agad inorderan kayo, in-instructionan ng NBI na mag-imbestiga. Tama po yun?
Hindi po, Your Honor. Sabado po yon, lunchtime, mayroon kaming meeting ako with the then Director Santiago. I think between 12 noon and 1 p.m. And then mayroong instruction na nanggaling kay Delta Santiago na, Jeremy, may kumakalat sa social media, may mga utterances na ginawa ang Vice Presidente. Imbestigahan natin. Since may cyber aspect ito, imbestigahan nyo na. Doon po nagsimula yun.
Tama. So anong araw yun? Kasi andito sa inyong affidavit of investigation at yung sinabi ninyo na on even date, ang tinutukoy mo ba yung November 23 din?
November 23, ma'am. Kasi natapos ho ang...
Oo,
live-
gabing-gabi kasi yun di ba?
Madaling araw po ng alauna, ma'am.
That's right. So, nag-meeting kayo kaagad-agad? Ganun ba?
Hindi, ma'am. Hindi po kasi namin alam yun.
Kailan kayo inutusan na mag-imbestiga?
During lunchtime, nung may meeting kami ni then Director Santiago, pero iba ho ang iniimbestigahan namin krimen.
Kailan kayo sinabihan ng DOJ na mag-imbestiga? Anong araw po?
That same day, ma'am.
Kaya nga,
after-
November 23.
November 22.
Oo, pareho lang. Yun ang sinabi ninyo kanina nung tinatanong kayo ng counsel ng prosecution. Yan din ang nakasaad. On even date ang nakasabi sa inyong affidavit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, nag-umpisa na kayo. Kwento nga ninyo, four-phase yung investigasyon. Nag-umpisa sa identification. Nagbigay kayo ng hash value. Nag-preserve kayo ng data. Pagkatapos nag-research kayo. Subsequently, sinabi mo na meron kayong open source intelligence search at natuklasan ninyo na meron palang October 18 video na press con na naman ni OVP na nasa Facebook at may mga sinasabi na naman na puputulin yung ulo. Tama ba yon yung October 18 ang nakita ninyo?
That's the continuation in the analysis phase, Your Honor.
Oo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi nag-research na kayo, no? Bilang fourth phase nga ng inyong investigasyon. Tama po ba?
Hindi po, Your Honor. Yun yung third phase ho, yung analysis and attribution.
Sa analysis pa at attribution. So third phase. Pero bandang huli na. Ang pinagtatakahan ko, kung inutusan kayo ng November 23 na magkaroon ng investigasyon, bakit napakaaga? November 6, 2024, a subpoena was issued to ABS-CBN requiring them to submit an authenticated copy of the video. pertaining to the 18 October press con. Nandito to sa affidavit ninyo, nasa page 8, number 14. Kung inutusan kayo noong November 23, ang ibig ba sabihin, November 6 pa lang, minamanmanan na si Vice President? Iniimbestigahan na siya bago pa yung Zoom conference sa Kongreso?
Nako, yari. Plus point sa defense. Sabi ko na sa inyo defense huwag na kayong magsalita. Kaya natin yan.
No, Your Honor, I believe that's a typo yung date.
O typo na naman. Pambira, pangalawang typo mo na yan Puro na lang typo.
That's a typo, Your Honor, yung date. Kasi makikita doon yung date noong appearance ng taga-ABS.
Teka. May mali dito May mali. Anong typo pinagsasabi nitong witness na to? Doon sa Department of Justice, dapat Department of Education, typo. Dito sa date na mas maaga pa yung pag-imbestiga, pagmamatch sa KVP Sara kumpara doon sa mismong mga pronouncement niya, typo na naman. Pampire, pasaran nyo na yung NBI, puro kayo typo, mga abogado pa naman.
CBN, which is consistent ho siya doon sa ibang initial
Kailan
ng
ba yung
propina.
appearance? Kasi hindi ko nasusundan yung timeline ninyo Parang yung November 23 yung utos, pero November 6 pa lamang, may subpoena na.
Kaya ano ba yan? Ano mga addict talaga kayo dyan sa NBI, ganon? Advance kayo mag-isip. Di lahat yung lang mga aso nito si Matibag, Maraming matitinong abogado dyan. So ibawi no? Oh.
Nagkaganon.
Typo ho yan, Your Honor.
Typo na no?
Hindi ho yan November
Typo
6.
na naman katulad ng Department of Justice.
No, Your Honor. If I may refer to my notes, Your Honor.
Oo, pakita mo na lang sa akin kasi nahanap ko hindi ko masundan
You may do so,
This is
counsel.
page 6,
Prosecution,
number
prosecution.
14 po.
Prosecution.
November 6, 2024, subpoena to ABS-CBN.
Yung subpoena mismo. The subpoena itself. The subpoena itself.
Wala naman yatang date na binibigay tungkol sa appearance ni Patria Morales at yung iba pang
Meron po,
taga-ABS.
Your Honor, if I
Pakituro lang
have
kasi
the
hinahanap
record
po
of the
namin.
subpoena.
Sabagay, wala nang karir to Si Lotto at itong si Kalilong, wala na silang karir kasi nga meron ho silang kinakaharap na kaso. Ito kung di ako nagkakamali, perjury. Yung kay Lotok patong-patong ay yung kay Kalilong patong-patong. So kahit gawin nila to, hindi nila gawin. Yung karera nila bilang NBI agent, talagang sira na ho. Siguro ito na lang ang sasalba sa kanila para silang mga magnanakaw sa flood control, do or die dito sa impeachment na to.
Subpoena mismo.
For information, the time of Senator Judge Marcos is over. Kindly.
Walang kwenta tong oras-oras na to. Pagka nag-privilege speech yung mga taga-prosecution, walang time limit. Pagka senator judges, merong ini-extract na napakahalagang detalye. Merong time limit. Kabalbalan ho ito.
Yes, but he's still responding
Of
to the
course, we
same
will wait for
question
the
if you will
responses.
allow.
Kalokohan ito. Itong policy nila na ito na 2 minutes. Kalokohan.
Siya po yung matagal, hindi tayo.
We're only counting your the questions that you asked. Not the,
Nag-react ka kasi. Ito talaga si Kilay. Bias na bias ka na nga dyan pa lang
neither are we counting the waiting time for the witness to answer.
I-check ko lang po, Your Honor, para na
Kasi yung mga sumunod na meeting, doon sa page 13, sa number 30 at sa mga sumunod, yung mga tinutukoy doon, yung mga media na nandun sa Zoom conference. Hindi naman siya yung ABS na humawak ng camera noong October 18. Iba naman yung mga tinutukoy doon
Attorney Lutok,
Opo.
the question of the Honorable Marcos is on page 6, paragraph 14. You said you sent a subpoena on November 6, 2024. Unfortunately, because the annexes are not part of the document marked, it's not here. So the question is quite clear. If it's a mistake, then what is the correct date of the subpoena?
If I can see the real subpoena, Your
Kindly
Honor.
talk to the mic, please.
Yeah. If I can see the real subpoena, Your Honor, because the subpoena was signed by our Assistant Director for Investigation Service.
As I said, unfortunately, it was not attached to your affidavit, and I doubt if it's one of those marked or pre-marked
Wala.
by the counsel for prosecutors. As he said and admitted earlier, he did not or they did not mark all of the annexes in your affidavit.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may, check ko lang po, Your Honor, para sigurado ho.
Wala sa'yo ngayon.
Inaanap ko po rito.
Wala nga pong annex yan eh.
Wala sa annex at wala rin sa affidavit. Kasi yung mga media na tinutukoy sa ibang pahina, yung mga nag-interview nung Zoom conference.
Dito ho yung certified true copy daw, Your Honor.
If I may, Your Honor, please, can I assist on this regard, if the court will allow?
Only if you can produce a copy of the November 6 subpoena, counsel.
Kung wala, manahimik ka dyan.
Actually, Your Honor, the documents are present. They are in the possession at present of the witness, Your Honor, please. They may not have been physically attached to the affidavit investigation, but they do exist in the records of the case as separate pre-marked documents, Your Honor, please.
So it's here?
Presiding officer, then is counsel saying that therefore the affidavit is defective or wrongful and that November 6 is not the right date? What then is the right date to
With
the
all
subpoena
respect,
to
Your Honor,
ABS?
please, with all due respect, we object to the use of the term defective.
Counsel, we shall await. Let the
Yes.
documents
Maghintay
be...
ka. Ito sabi ko sa'yo. Wala akong may minus. Sige, para lang may minus ako. O plus kita tapos minus kita. Walang yaka. Maghintay kasi ano mo turn mo.
Speak for itself.
Yes, Your Honor, please.
If it's there.
The witness is
Yes,
now
it
in the
was the witness
process.
who said that it was a mistake, not me.
No, it doesn't make.
Oh, naku. Yung mata na yun pagka hindi ka ika nga natauhan, lugitan, ligutan, nato ka.
The entire affidavit of investigation defective.
No, I merely said the date was wrong. Because that's what he said.
Yes, Your Honor.
Manahimik ka, buwi. Nagalit si Amy kay ligutan, oh. ayos. Nagalit si Mangga.
It's just been brought to my attention that in fact, presiding officer, 2 documents were issued on November 6. Not only the subpoena to ABS-CBN, but further the affidavit of investigation regarding the October 18 press con. Can we please be clarified as to these 2 documents which don't seem to appear in the affidavit nor in the annexes provided?
Let's first wait for the witness to answer the first question, Senator Judge Marcos.
Okay.
Yes, Attorney Lotok.
If I may, Your Honor. Ito ho, ang subpoena, Duces Tecom, yung date ho ng appearance niya is December 11.
Appearance po. Ang tinatanong yung
Appearance.
date ng subpoena.
Date
Attorney
ng
Lotok.
subpoena, Your Honor, is 6th day of November 2024, which I believe this is a typo kasi...
O typo na naman, pabira na. Pangilang typo mo na yan. Pangilang typo doon sa Department of Justice, Department of Education, typo doon sa date, typo. Kaya ano talaga pagka sinungaling. Diba, yung kasinungalingan, dapat mong pagtakpan ng panibagong kasinungalingan, pagtatakpan. Kaya nga dito pa lang, sinasabi ko na ho sa inyo, kung baguhan kayo dito sa PH Update, ito ho demolition job para kay VP Sara. Inumpisahan sa Injustice Committee, ngayon ho, tinutuloy ho nila dyan sa impeachment trial. Dyan sa impeachment court. Maliwanag ho, mga ano pa lang, mga senator judges pa lang, meron na talagang bias dyan eh. Aminin na natin, merong pro at saka anti sa paraan pa lang ng patatanong. Kaya tayong bilang mga taga-suporta ni VP Sara, ilabas na natin ang ating side dito sa usapin na to para matapos na ang kabalbalan na to. Ipamukha natin sa mga siraulong congressman at doon sa mga adik sa Malacanang, kahit sino pang ilatag nyo dyan, tuloy pa rin ang pagsuporta namin kay VP. Siya pa rin ang presidente namin sa 2028.
magkakasunod ho ito doon sa mga inisyuhan namin na media
Kasunod na
personalities.
typo.
Attorney Lotok, typo na yung affidavit mo? Typo pa yung subpoena?
Aray ko.
Hindi po.
What are you looking at? The subpoena or the affidavit?
Baka typo ka din, ha?
Dalawa yan eh.
What are you looking at, Attorney Lotok?
Sa PINA, Your Honor.
So the subpoena is dated November 6.
Okay.
This-
And the affidavit also is November 6. Dalawang typo carried over.
Aray ko.
Asan yung affidavit?
Naku, galit si Mangga. Oh. Pagka ganyan na tumingin si Mangga, iba na yan. Iba na yan. Nakapisay niyan pero galit yan. Di ba? Nakapisay niyan. Oh.
Hindi ko pa nakita, ma'am, yung affidavit na November.
Your
Ikaw
affidavit
ang
says
pumirma
November
eh.
6.
Pwede patingin ako ng affidavit.
Yung affidavit of investigation mo na binigay.
Nagpapanik ngayon yung mga ibang senador dyan. Ano na si Lotok bumibigay na si Lotok. Carry tayo dito.
Pati yung amended, carried over din. Yung first draft na rineject ng DOJ, yung ikalawa, parehong November 6.
Pag ho kasi sinungalingan, sa ayaw sa gusto nyo, guguho at guguho yan.
Pirmado ninyo eh.
Page
Pat-
6.
Patulong nga. Nangingi ng tulong si Lotok. Tulungan nyo ako. Ano ba itong pinasok ko na to?
Counsel,
Ano ba
paragraph
yan?
14
Oh.
of his
At
affidavit.
dahil dyan, pupuntos tayo sa defense. Dito sa ano na to, dito sa video na to, aabot ho ata tayo ng 100 points ha. Madalang lang ho ito mga kababayan na umaabot tayo ng 96-0 dito sa PH.
Of investigation.
Aray mo.
Yes, Your Honor. It's November 6, 2024 ang nakasulat dyan.
So typo din yan? Is it your testimony na typo din yan?
I believe so, Your Honor. Kasi ang intention namin dyan is 11 December 2024.
Anyway, Senator Judge Marcos, let the document speak for itself. That would be the best evidence of it, if at all, of the dates
Thank you.
of either the subpoena and or the affidavit.
Yes, presiding officer, just to provide our witness a chance to correct himself for the documents, sa palagay mo, ano yung tamang date kung mali yung November 6?
Same ho, Your Honor, doon sa mga subpoena na inisyo namin sa media personalities.
Dapat magkakapareho.
Yes, magkakasunod po yun.
Okay, sige. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much, presiding officer. Damo nga salamat.
Salamat po, ma'am.
Thank you, Senator Judge Marcos. Senator Bamakino. And then we proceed to cross.
Si Bambini mo
Your
na,
Honor,
Bambini.
can we just
Yes,
point
Attorney
out
Benlon.
Kay Boy Pagpag tayo.
Your Honor, regarding that matter, Your Honor, may we just manifest, Your Honor, for the record that not only in paragraph 14, page 6, does the November 6, 2024 date appear, it also appears on the footnote. Footnote 12, November 6, 2024. So I don't think we just want to read for the record footnote 12, subpoena to Francis Toral, head, ABS-CBN News dated 06 November 2024. In addition to that,
Ano, typo na naman yan?
if you look at the subpoena, and paragraph 14 also is on 06 November 2024, a subpoena was issued to ABS-CBN News.
Typo na naman yan.
Now, it is actually, it states that a copy of the video pertaining to the 18 October 24 press conference. And when you look at the subpoena itself, can you just ask for time?
Naku po.
The subpoena, if you look at the subpoena, there's an attachment, and the photo there contained therein actually pertains to the 18 October 2024 press briefing. So in other words, Your Honor, this is a substantive, this is not a mere typographic.
Objection, Your Honor. Counter.
Ukol mo lang. Huwag iyak. Uy, iyak. Typo na to. Puro typo. Hindi na po.
The manifestation, the witness said it's typographical, that you are milking that and say it's
The ma-
substantial.
Just for the record, ito sa manifestation.
The manifestation
That's why
of counsel
Huwag mo ka lang magkapikon. Ito naman siya.
correspondent is duly noted insofar as
Times the importance of your investigation that it falls under yung prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction. And nabanggit niyo po na fulfill po lahat yan, no? Kaya ho siguro nagkaroon ng first report at second report. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And can you just for the record give us an idea, ano yung mga boxes that you have to fill in para pumasok po dito?
You mean, Your Honor, yung comment ng Department of Justice dun sa first affidavit namin?
Yes, to make it clear na it's indeed goes dito sa pumapasok siya dun sa prima facie evidence with the reasonable certainty of conviction.
Well, basically, Your Honor, yung requirements na binigay ng DOJ from our point of view,
Hindi naman sa pag-ano ha. Hindi na tayo galit dito kay Joel Traitor Villanueva ha. Sa tingin niyo ba mga kababayan, gusto ni Joel Villanueva na ma-impeach si VP Sara? Sa tingin niyo ba mga kababayan, hindi galit si Joel Villanueva doon sa mga individual na nasa likod ng panggigipit sa kanya? Pag nagkataon no talaga, kunyari patapos na tong termino nitong si Marcos Jr. O ngayon, sabi nito si Joel, bahala kayo, basta ako hindi ko i-impeach si Sara Duterte at magiging presidente siya at sigurado yari kayo lahat. Palay natin, no, si Joel Villanueva pala bandang huli talagang babanggain niya itong administrasyon na to. Kung ikukulong niyo ako, okay lang, kulong niyo na ako, pero ilang buwan lang naman yan eh. Pagkatapos ng election, lalaya na rin naman ako. Parang dati nga, hindi lalaya talaga sa totoo lang. Kung sakali, pagpasok ni VP Sara, lahat ng pinakulong ng administrasyon na to, diretsahan na. Mula kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte kung kailangan sundin siya ng Armed Forces of the Philippines doon sa daig. Sunduin siya doon. Alam mo na. Yun ang problema. Wala na tayong jurisdiction doon, no?
or administrative requirement, hindi ho yun yung sustansya ng aming affidavit. Kasi hindi ho namin binago yung affidavit namin, yung pa rin ho yun eh. Ang nakita ho ng DOJ doon, yung affidavit ng I think authentication na kailangan i-attach doon and others yung TSN affidavit of transcription, this is from our point of view to satisfy the requirements of admissibility. But as far as the substance nung aming affidavit, Your Honor, hindi namin binago yon nung yung pangalawang submit namin.
So it didn't change, so that's part of your fourth stage, no, yung legal evaluation. In that stage no legal evaluation, no, was it considered, Mr. Witness, yung binabanggit ni Vice President and even some of the defense panel, no, na it is actually a conditional threat that. And it appears that the Vice President, during the presentation of the video, is also getting threats. What can you say about that?
Well, insofar as the threat against the life of the Vice President, the very reason why we issued subpoena and we sent letter for us to have the chance to talk to the Vice President and elicit some information, baka meron siyang may bigay na lead na pagsisimulan namin. Unfortunately, hindi ho siya nagpakita ng 2 beses at wala ho siyang may pinadalang representative.
Kasi nga, hindi na siya magpapakita sa inyo. Kasi presidente ang nag-utos sa inyo para sampay yung kaso, gipitin si Sara Duterte. Mantakin yung NBI, sinugod ang Senado. Paano ba pupunta sa inyo si VP Sara? Kaya naman, kung ngayon pa lang, yung mga senador bias na, yung mga ordinaryong Pilipino, lantaran na ho tayo magpakabias dito sa impeachment na to. Pakita na natin na kahit ano pang ebidensya, testigo, testimonya ang ilatag nila dyan, hindi mababago ang ating paniniwala na si Sara Duterte dapat maging presidente sa 2028. Tapos ang usapan.
Para magbigay ng info, kahit info lang na mababalidate namin then matitrigger ho yung aming
But part of your investigation, did you pursue that? If indeed there is a threat to the Vice President?
yes, Your Honor, we check kami sa mga open sources, nagtanong din kami. But again, insofar as the cybercrime division is concerned, limited ho kami doon, Your Honor, sa cases na may cyber aspect. Siguro ang makakasagot po niyan, yung aming intelligence service. Sila po ang may hawak dyan sa mga issue na yan. Kasi sila ho po yung recipient ng mga information from different
But you
assets.
think it is important, if it is a conditional threat, it is also important to look at this aspect?
Yes, Your Honor. I think
Thank you.
so, Your Honor.
Mr. Witness, gusto ko lang maintindihan din yung standard na ginagamit ng National Bureau of Investigation. Kung hindi po ma-identify o ma-locate ang sinasabing assassin, does that automatically mean that the threat is no longer credible or actionable? Or does the NBI still consider the statements uttered and the surrounding circumstances and the totality of the evidence before deciding to proceed with further investigation?
No, Your Honor, the threat was absolute. We follow the test of mens rea, Your Honor, in considering whether the threat is
Nga parang napanood ho nila itong si former Associate Justice ang pangalan to si Ascuna, yung mens rea kasi di man nila binabanggit dati yan pagkatapos nagsalita itong si Ascuna meron na mens rea, okay?
totoo. Una, we examine the utterances objectively, and we interpret the same in light of the circumstances where the utterances was made, the manner in which they were spoken, the person to whom they were addressed, the relationship between the parties, and the reactions of the recipients of those utterances, Your Honor.
Yes, yes, thank you, Mr. Witness. I have here with me yung binanggit po niyo sa notes ko, yung 4 stages, identification and pag-preserve yung digital evidence, collection of evidence, analysis and attribution, legal evaluation, and then you have the 3 statements. Binanggit niyo rin tanggalin ulo niya, toxic relationship, and I always see myself cutting his head. Now, you also mentioned the factors considered: delivery, manner, literal meaning, nature of the instruction, relationship of the parties, and last but not the least, yung utterances na binanggit nyo doon sa October 18 and November 20. Last question, Director Luntok. Bukod po doon sa authentication ng recordings, maaari nyo po ba sa amin ipaliwanag yung kung ano po yung mga naging batayan ng NBI sa pag-assess sa mga pahayag ng respondent? Halimbawa po, binabanggit po ninyo yung kakaibang bagay na nangyari dito sapagkat ang binabanggit nyo pong nagbibigay ng statement ay dun sa nakita nating video ay no other than our Vice President, no?
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
did her position, her access or authority naka-apekto po dun sa how your investigation was conducted?
Yes, Your Honor, as I've said a while ago during the direct examination, in the analysis phase, we considered the intent, the capability, and the motive, Your Honor. Kasama po yun, kinonsider po namin. The fact that she is the second highest official of the land, and definitely she's capable of doing so. And then there is that motive in the sense na may mga issues na sila, galit na ang Vice Presidente, then na-trigger dito sa November 23.
And you would say it's not usual, the usual.
It's not a usual.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. Thank you,
Ayun po.
Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Senator Judge Villanueva. We will be pausing for a break, Senator Bam.
Point of order lang.
Point of
Mr.
order,
Presiding
point of order.
Officer, may hiningi
What is
po
the
tayo.
pleasure of Senator Judge Aquino?
No, just a point of order, Mr. Presiding Officer. May hiningi po kami sa defense na pagklaro. May we tackle this after the break if they have identified it in their pleading?
This is in relation to your question earlier. After the others shall have been able to speak, Senator Judge Aquino, we shall be pausing for a break for
Dito ho sa PH update wala namang break dito, rekta ho kagad tayo.
Tulfo Rafi is recognized. for his intervention. You have 2 minutes, sir. You may proceed when you're ready. Maybe ask the secretary, the clerk of court, the location of the witness. Where is the witness? Kindly situate the witness at the witness stand. Henceforth, the clerk of court is directed to kindly make sure that if a time is given by the presiding officer, that the witness will already be at the witness stand by that time.
Asan na? Bihira naman, oh. Yun.
You may proceed.
O yan, ito. Collab to, prosecution, tsaka Senator Judge Tulfo, ha? Collab to.
Mr. Presiding Officer. Mr. Witness, do you consider yourself as an expert when it comes to threat assessment?
Threat assessment, Your Honor?
Collab.
An experienced investigator, Your Honor.
There's a difference between an investigator as opposed to threat assessor. Somebody who assess a threat being given against a person or individual. Kasama dyan, halimbawa, mag-imbestiga ka, tatanong ko sa mga testigo, tatanong ko sa mga taong nakarinig tungkol doon sa banta, titingnan mo yung security detail niya, saan siya nakatira, etc.
Yes, Your Honor. Just an experienced investigator, Your Honor.
As an experienced investigator.
Opo.
So sa ginawa mong pag-iimbestiga, whether or not merong real or imminent threat against the Vice President, sino-sino po yung mga naimbita nyo at na-interview?
Yung media personalities po, Your Honor, from late Saiden Reyes to Bones Magsambol to others, lahat po sila tinanong namin kung kilala nila yung kinausap na ni VP Sara, yung tao na kinontrata. Lahat po sila nagsabi na hindi nila kilala at wala silang alam doon.
Did you also invite Princess Maui, yung influencer na nagtanong
Yan,
kay
Princess
VP
Maui.
Sara during that online press conference?
I believe so, Your Honor. I
Patawag si
asked the
Princess
executive
Maui.
officers back then at ang sabi nila sa akin, hindi ho nag-appear chief. So,
So you invited her pero she failed to appear.
yes, Your Honor. Yun po,
Gawin nating hostile witness si...
yun po yung report sa akin ng aking mga executive officers.
Okay, so masasabi niyo ba na talagang merong imminent threat, real and imminent threat against the life of the Vice President based on the investigation you conducted?
Against the life of the Vice President, sir?
Yes, Vice President. Kasi siyempre, pag nag-iimbestiga po sa Presidente, dapat
Yeah.
imbestigan mo rin yung threat against the Vice President para patas.
Yes po.
Kunyari pata siya. Kunyari pata si Rapi Tulfo.
Precisely the reason po, Your Honor, kung bakit ho namin inimbitahan ang Vice Presidente, may separate ho kami na sulat noong December 2. In-inform po namin siya na, ma'am, iniimbestigahan din
Actually, paulit-ulit na yung ano na yan, yung inimbestigahan kay Sara, inimbestigahan kay ganito, inimbestigahan kay ganyan. Diyan ho tayo nagkakaproblema.
ho namin yung alleged threat against sa life mo at para ho ma-expedite ito, bigyan niyo po kami ng any information na pwede maging lead doon sa investigation namin. Unfortunately, wala ho kaming na-receive na information. Hindi naman po kasi nag-appear ang Vice President, Your Honor.
Pero nagpadala ba siya ng representative to represent her doon sa sampina ninyo na pinadala sa kanya?
Nagpadala siya po ng representative and then with a letter, sir. In fact, 2 beses po yung letter na yon. Yung unang letter niya, ang sabi niya hindi siya makaka-attend kasi nga meron siyang office matters to attend to.
Yeah, brother, sorry to cut you off. Napakinggan na natin yan para mapaiksi tayo. So, sino yung representative na pinadala niya at ano napag-usapan ng NBI investigator at saka ng representative ni VP Sara?
I think it's Attorney Paul Lawrence Lim, kung di ako nagkakamali. Ang kumausap sa kanya yung dating director Jaime B. Santiago.
What was discussed during that meeting between attorney, ano pangalan ulit?
Lawrence Lim po.
Attorney Lawrence Lim and the people from the NBI, particularly the investigators investigating the threat against the Vice President?
Yun nga, pinapaliwanag lang ho ng abogado, Your Honor, yung laman ng letter kung bakit hindi makakapunta yung Vice Presidente. And in fact, doon sa pangalawang letter, may sinasabi ang abogado na 6 years ago, may threat ang Vice Presidente. So hopefully confident ang Vice Presidente na iimbestigahan nyo rin yung issue na yon.
So 6 years ago, pero hindi niyo ba na...
6 years, 6 months. 6 months yata, Your Honor, 5 to 6 months.
Alright, so
from
sinabi
what is
nung
taken now.
Representative ni VP Sara na 6 months ago, there was a threat against the life of the Vice President.
Yun po yung nasa letter.
Okay, inusisa niyo ba kung ano yung threat na pinagsasabi niya?
Nagkandak ko kami, Your Honor, ng open source. Wala ko kami na-validate, sir, na aside doon sa pag-aalis ng 75 personnel na security personnel from BPSPG,
Okay.
and then inilipat ho sa Manila, wala ho kaming na-validate nor na-confirm. Your Honor, so far ho as Cybercrime Division is concerned, pero hindi ko po alam, baka yung intelligence service namin meron o kaya yung director may alam.
Last na lamang, Mr. Witness. Kasi sabi mo, ulitin ko dun sa 6 months ago naka-receive ng threat against ang BP. Sabi mo kanina,
If I may,
sabi
Your
ng abogado, right? So, kasi kung ako sa'yo, if I was the investigator, I would say, okay, ano yung threat 6 months ago? Pwede ka bang magpakita ng ebidensya? Pwede ka bang makita ng proof or mga witnesses na pwede na ma-interview to that effect? For that?
Your Honor, ang nag-usap po, Your Honor, si the then Director Judge Jaime Bisantiago at saka yung lawyers, Your Honor.
So, hindi ka, okay. Last na naman po. Now, can you say in certainty na talagang wala o meron threat against the life of the Vice President?
I cannot...
Based on your investigation, based on your experience.
well, given na wala ho kaming validated information at confirmed any data, hindi ho ako makakapag-comment, Your Honor. Kailangan ko po yun.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Judge Rafi Tulfo.
Manifestation lang na masyadong OA talaga tong si ano. Ayun na nga mga kababayan, nagkabuhol-buhol ho ang script nitong prosecution at nitong si Lotok dito sa video na to. Nakita nyo naman ho kung paano sinalansan yan nitong si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. So guys, maraming salamat ho sa pagsuporta sa PH Update. Huwag ingat ho kayo lahat ng Pilipinas.